This is my old 8-horse Briggs and Stratton. I think it's about 2 or 3 speeds forward and 1 reverse. It's a real nice rototiller. It'll actually take 6 tines. There's 4 on it right now. But that 8-horse will spin 6 of those tines. And it really chews and bounces. Lots of power. Today it doesn't want to start. Of course this is an addition. It's off an old lawnmower. You know, the tank got rusty. And it was hard to keep the thing. The carburetor would flood and whatnot because of the rust in the tank. Anyway, these plastic things here, they never rust. Keep them clean. Don't let gas stay in them over the winter. Make sure you clean them out, and the thing will always run. I've had that flywheel off there many times. Like, I worked on this thing 30 years ago. It's been around a long time. And the points used to always get fouled up, and I'd have to take that flywheel off. You can see this is how these are all beat up here. If you ever take this off, it's pretty soft material. Make sure you leave these screws in there. See that screw there? I've got it out now because it's got another problem. This thing here, if it's in the wrong position, this just turns, it skips. Right now the things are catching, but they don't always catch. Anyway, I'm going to take it apart and show you what to do when it's like that. You know, you pull on the rope and the rope comes out, but it doesn't turn the motor over. It's because the balls inside here get stuck. Anyway, I'll show you how to fix that right now. Just take a screwdriver right here. Pound that. I've already had it off. I'm just showing you how this works. Just pry that thing out like that. Take it off. There's a seal there, a rubber seal right around there to keep the dirt out of those balls. And then there you can see them. And they're all stuck. There's only one that's loose. All those little balls are stuck around the outside. So unless this thing happens to be down near the bottom like that, it's not going to turn the flywheel. I just have it up like this. That ball just fell out. But it's got a jam. In order for this thing to work, the ball has to wedge. I don't know how well you can see that in there. That ball drops down into there. Right there. Ball falls in there and it just wedges up against that and turns the flywheel. Anyway, so I got to get all these balls out of there, clean that dirt and grease out, and it'll work every time. Normally I have a brass drift to do this, but this is going to have to work today. Take a screwdriver. Notice that I put those screws back in there. Normally they would hold a screen and that little end plate. The screen's been gone for 30 years. So if I just lay that screwdriver on there, this is a right hand thread. Give that a whack. That is on there tight. That hurts my finger. it's coming off. Just slow as hell. Okay. That should be greased. Okay, so you can see, oh well, you can see that. This piece here, those balls fall into place. They jam, and that turns the flywheel. And then when this gets going faster than this, balls all fly out, and they lay out in these pockets out here. But you see, it's all full of grit. So I'll just take and clean that out and stick it all back together. Put a little bit of grease on the shaft, on the end of the crankshaft here, and we'll be laughing. See all that crud on the end of the screwdriver there? I dug that out of those pockets, and that's all it takes for those balls to jam in there. And the thing quits working. If you look carefully right there, you see how that's kind of mushroomed? Now that edge right there is kind of mushroomed. Every one of them is the same way. Look at that one. That's what happens when you grab the starter rope and give it a good quick yank, and the ball finally moves enough to jam. It slams right into there. If you pull that rope out gently until it grabs and then pull on it, you never do that. You never wreck the thing. But people don't know that. They just grab the rope and it comes out 4 or 5 inches before the ball grabs. So it's got that momentum and whack every time. And you chip the corner off that thing. And then you've got just enough there, just enough of a lip between that and a little bit of grit and dirt, and the balls will stick. Then your recoil doesn't work. Well, it'll go in and out, but doesn't turn the motor. So, moral of the story is take it easy on the starter. Now I put the balls all back in the thing, and I'll just turn it backwards, and you can see how that's why the engine is allowed to turn without moving this starter piece. It's like a ratchet kind of thing. You go the other way, turn it the other way, and it won't turn the other way. The balls jam and it turns this. So as soon as this thing starts and spins up full, well, a couple, probably at 40 RPM, these balls fly out into these little pockets here, and there's no stress on this. So if you have one of these things and it starts squealing when it's running, because this keeps turning because the balls are stuck in the bottom. And then on the other hand, if this turns when you're trying to start it, but it doesn't turn the flywheel, it's because the balls are all stuck out here. It's stuck in the dirt. So I'm going to put this thing back together. I'm not putting grease in it. This stuff will have to do. It may never dry out, but if I put that grease in there, it hardened up like that. See, it's just like flecks of crap. That would have been 30 years ago. So it took a long time for it to turn hard. I doubt if I'll live long enough for this stuff to harden up. Just give that a shot like that. That'll fly around in there. Pretty soon it'll all be smeared around. The main thing is to keep something on this seal, some kind of lubricant. Because the more wear this seal has to put up with, the less likely it is to keep the dirt out. And it's already pretty well wore out. I'm not going to replace anything. Just put that back on there like that. After I take those screws out, I'll take them out, put this thing back on here, and I'll put the screws back in, because if you pound on that little ear to tighten this thing, without the screw in it, you'll deform it, and you won't get the screw back in there. And that won't hold this plate on. When this thing was new, that plate might have stayed on there, but it's all beat up around here. This thing's beat up. So I want those screws to hold this thing on. There, I got it back together. Make sure that you squeeze this thing on here. Don't rely on the screws to tighten it. Squeeze it all the way around there. You get that thing down as well as you can. And then the screws will hold it on. And one more thing. See that little tip sticking out the end of that thing there? It's just a little piece of material. That is a felt. Believe it or not, this thing was probably made in the 60s or something. But the idea of being there was he'd put a drop of oil on that every year. You don't see that kind of thing anymore. That keeps it lubricated inside there just a little bit. The way it sits on the end of the crankshaft, and the crankshaft spins and this thing sits still. Not all, it doesn't run like that, but there's times when this is sitting still and the crankshaft is spinning. It doesn't wear it so badly. A little bit of oil. Anyway, today when I put it together, I'm going to grease it up. Just give that thing a touch. Put a little bit of that on the end there. That ought to be good for 20 years. I took the flywheel off and cleaned the points out. There's lots of other videos that will show you how to do that. Going to give this thing a little shot of the screw. Look at how this stuff's made, eh? It's a heavy aluminum plate, the rope on the inside of it. Every one of those retainers has a bolt. Machine screw, actually. Right there, you see one. There's 4 of them. Machine screws holding this together. You went from that to tabs that were bent over. I guess nowadays it's all one piece. You don't even get them apart. When this quits, you throw the thing away. Perfect. We'll have this thing cranking over in no time. Look inside that spark plug. It is completely fouled. And yet it ran. It was still running like that. Believe it or not. Now we'll clean that up. Take a flattened out nail and stick it in that spark plug hole and just go around there and scrape her out. I know you're thinking, well, why don't you just get a new plug? Look at that. I don't feel like looking for one right now. I'm just going to put it together like this once I get this thing cleaned out. Look at that crap coming out of there, huh? Yeah, look at that. Some of that. That's some of it, what was in the spark plug. That black shit. I haven't got it all out yet. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll get her clean up. Now, was that screen always gone?
Yep.
I don't remember. Can't remember all the details of this
No,
thing.
me neither. Now, if you wanted to find a
Oh, there's no oil there.
oh, this is
Here, I'll just tip it up a bit.
yeah. Walked him down to the bush down there this morning. There was nobody around.
Oh, yeah.
So I threw the ball for him for a while. Then a whole bunch of kids showed up to smoke their dope. And so Bear wanted to go over and talk to them. And then some people come walking along, there's a whole flock of dogs. And what the hell is that? Kill wire now. Okay, it's not touching anything. Now if I got it in the on or off position. Oh no, it's a kill button. Right.
Oh, you put one of them on it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, all you have to do is put your tongue on that thing right there.
I know, but I didn't want to do that, you see.
Oh. Huh.
When did you have it going, last fall? Yeah. It doesn't run it all winter. Well, if you don't leave the gouts in them. Right. Oh, nice. I didn't get it done until it's done out of that.
Yeah.
That's what I did with that generator, but you don't have to. You just open that little thing. The idle's so nice, though. Popping over like one way or the other. Now over this way. Want to come over here? That'll be good.
Well, whip the cover off it once more and have a look. Looks just like it did the last time.
Yeah. What time is it?
Going dry, huh?
Yeah.
Good. That's because we ran it dry last time. That ought to be enough.
That'll be enough to get it down there. So, if we put it... No, where the fuck's that choke? I know it's right here.
On the inside? No.
There, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
There. Hold that down. Started to drip yet?
I don't know, maybe you have to lean it. No, I guess not.
Oops. Oh no, because the tank, it just runs down.
Yeah. Well, you only put about a quarter of a cup in there.
Oh yeah. Now, I've learned...
Is it in neutral?
I hope so. I've learned that you're better off to have your glove on when you pull that,
Yeah.
because otherwise it can tear the skin off your fingers.
You know, remember the last time, were you down there when I had it apart? And it didn't have spark or something? I forget what it was. I got it going, remember? I had the flywheel off?
Yes.
Okay. And I tightened it. I didn't have my brass drift, and I just used the handle of the screwdriver, and I was pounding on it. But I didn't tighten the flywheel enough. When I pulled it over, backfired, sheared the key off.
pin, yeah.
So you have to make sure that flywheel's tight.
Yep. And it should.
You didn't put enough gas in it. Quarter cup wasn't enough.
It couldn't have used up all that gas already, could it? I was hoping it was going to warm the belt up.
No, there's still a bit of gas in there.
I was hoping it was going to warm the belt up so it doesn't grab so hard.
Huh. That's running a bit lean. I wonder if I should just open it up a little bit.
Yep.
Will that move by hand? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I moved it a little bit. That'll be rich now. And it's also, well, it should be warm by now.
Yeah.
Huh. Got lots of compression. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Is it still?
Yeah,
no.
no, I had it neutral. I think.
Oh yeah. No.
Ooh.
There's no gas in it. Not getting gas. Maybe flip the choke over once.
I did.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't really matter because Even if it leaks out, if the gas leaks out after it's parked, it's just going to leak out on the ground anyway.
Well, we can take we should be able to get the gas out. Is it hard to get that line off? No, it's just a little squeeze.
Well, either that, or just let it sit there and idle.
Yeah, let it burn it out.
But I don't know. I don't know whether Chris would be able to do this kind of shit, anyways. 'Cause he's not really what you'd call mechanically inclined.
Yeah, probably never get it going.
Yeah. Ooh.
Huh.
That's strange. It's never done that. It always starts first pull.
Well. Huh.
Oh, did it shear that pin off?
No, I don't think so. Let me just give that a yank.
it lean at the end there.
Yeah. But, you know, when you look at that thing running, it was probably up to close to 3,000 RPM wide open, eh?
Yeah.
And when it started to lean off, the muffler got red hot. And when I shook it and got, you know, the gas got into the carburetor, the glow diminished, you know. That just shows you how hot they get when they're running lean.
Oh, yeah. Oh.